I'd like to welcome in the show the guy who is responsible for bringing us here sa GNN, si Pocholo Gonzales. Welcome to the show, Pocholo.
Hi, Sir Arman. Thank you
Yes.
for inviting me.
Nakita mo yung script ko sa prompter,
Kaya
hindi ko
nga,
sinunod. I just
good.
want to say yung kung ano talaga yung totoo. Kaya ho kami nandito dahil noong
4 years ago, sir.
4 years
nung,
ago.
Kasi ako yung producer ni Lloyd Luna, no?
Yes, yes.
In-invite ko kayo and then sabi ko, I think feasibilities bagay dito sa GNN. And
Yan.
yun nga.
At
pinakilala ko kayo
ginapang mo doon sa
station
GNN,
manager.
sa station manager. And we'd like to say on air that we really appreciate and our gratitude to Pocholo Gonzales. Siya nagtulak sa amin at tinulak kami dito sa GNN. For our viewers, send your question or opinion to 0917-853-7333. Please indicate your name and location so we can properly acknowledge you. Ang topic natin ngayon, personal branding. Personal, parang personal finance, para sa ating sarili. So, para makilala, dahil medyo kilala ko na to si Pocholo, 10 years ago yun, naalala mo, nandun kami sa unang opisina namin, bumisita.
Yes, sir.
Kayong isang batalyon ng mga kabataan.
Sila Bishop.
Oh, sila Bishop. Isang batalyon ng kabataan,
Nila,
tinagpo kami ni Mr. Colayco. And we haven't really been that close but never been apart, di ba? Lagi tayo nagkikita in the speaking circuit. So, pero for the benefit of our audience, Pocholo, Cholo, I'll call you Cholo na lang. A little background para naman na makapag-relate sila na bakit sinabing ginagaya to daw to ni Mr. Benko. Kinuha ka pang voice coach ni Mr. Colayco,
yes,
naalala mo
actually,
nun?
kasi yung problem ni Mr.
Colayco,
Topax.
pagtapos ng tatlong
Nagsalita
sentence,
siya.
nawawala na.
Nga pala si... Tapos bigla na lang.
Pahina na ng pahina.
Nawawala na.
Kakainin niya na.
So, I teach him how to use his voice properly. Well, basically, I am also known as the voice master of the Philippines.
Okay.
Kasi I created the very first voice acting school sa Pilipinas.
Voice acting school.
I have been with the industry since 1996.
1996.
I did a lot of
Anong industry to,
commercials.
Cholo?
Voice acting industry. I used to be one of the youngest broadcaster in town sa DZMM, sa ABS-CBN. Tapos, I was 16 years old then when I have my own radio show with Joey Galvez and May Valle.
16 years old?
Yeah. And ako rin po yung nagdidirect, ako rin yung nagsusulat, ako halos lahat
Ano ba yung
nag-manage.
voice acting industry? Ano yun?
Okay.
Madrama?
We are also known as the voice of God, no? Yun yung, totoo. Bakit? We are the one telling you what to buy, what to eat, what to do. Just imagine a radio or a TV without a voice. Pag sinabi mong toothpaste, ano yung una ng maiisip mo? O, di ba? Sino yung nagsabi nun? Nanay mo? Hindi. Yun ang panood mo. May nagsabing, Colgate, #1 brand recommended by dentist. Siya yung nagsabi. So just imagine, kung nakikinig ka ng radyo, walang nagsasabi sa, di ba boring? Or yung telephone na lang, wala nagsabing, the subscriber cannot be reached. That's how important voiceover is. And imagine mo kung yung pinapanood mong telenovela na sikat. For example, yung ginawa kong Meteor Garden, ang director nun si Mr. Danny Mandia. Ako yung nagboses sa tatay ni Sanchay. So imagine mo kung wala yung boses na Tagalog, edi Chinese yun. Sino manonood nun? Kahit anong ganda nung palabas, hindi mo maintindihan eh.
Right.
And right now, the trending is localization. There's a lot of mga telenovelas na, merong nga telenovela channel na tinatagalog.
Tapos tinatagalog.
It's because in the world, we are the only one in Southeast Asia, especially in Asia, that is speaking in English aside from Singapore. But the problem with Singapore, they have this Singa English, di ba? Singapore English.
Singlish.
So, actually in the world, no, aside from America and UK, we are one of the best English speaker. Kasi as we know, we were colonized by the Americans for 40 years.
Right.
And that's why Philippines is now the #1 call center sa industry sa buong mundo. Naunahan na natin ang India. Sabi ko nga, na-imagine mo na ba kung nasa China ang call center? Hello, good morning. You're calling from call center. O kaya yung sa Japan, hello, good morning. Right. Sa India daw, kasi hindi nila halos maintindihan. Hello, I don't understand what you're talking about. Yung accent nila. And the Filipinos are really good in imitating accents because language is imitation.
Language is imitation.
Yeah. Just imagine, kahit ikaw, sir, lumaki ka sa Amerika, you will have an American accent. Even Americans na, kahit pure American na, both parents are Americans. Pag lumaki sa Pilipinas yan, Tagalog yan.
Tagalog. Pati
Wala
yung
siyang
punto.
choice. Pati punto. Hindi yan magkakaroon ng American accent because it's imitation.
Bakit ka napunta dyan? Mula nung pagkabata ba, imitator ka na?
That's a good-
Kopyador ka ba sa klase? Ba't mahilig ka kumopya?
That's a good question. Bukod sa nangongopya ako, sir, aminado ako. Sabi ko nga, hindi naman masamang mangopya. I mean, manggaya.
Manggaya.
Wag lang mangopya.
Alright.
Anyway, bata pa ako, wala kaming TV, sir. At yung aking means of entertainment is radio drama.
Saan ka ba?
Sa Bataan, sir, sa Maribeles, Bataan. And during that time, we don't have a TV. So, nakikinig ako
Hindi
gabi-gabi.
totoo to ha, hindi to
Totoo
drama
yan,
na
sir.
ano ha.
So, yung may paborito akong programa, yung Gabi ng Lagim, ginagaya ko yan. Sabi, isang gabi ng lagim. Si Utoy at si Lolo Tasyo ay naligaw sa kagubatan.
Lolo Tasyo, ang dilim na.
Naku kasi Apo, ikaw laro ka ng laro dyan. Ayan, tuloy, ginabi na tayo. Naku Apo, may monster sa likod mo.
Humanda kayo sa akin! So, yan, ginagaya ko. So, yung imagination ko sobrang naglalaro. And unknowingly, I'm developing my voice acting skills when I was young. As early as 7 years old, I can do many voices na. Hindi ko alam na voice acting yun. Basta natutuwa lang. And I'm using it sa school. So yung mga teachers ko, pag nagre-report ako, iba-iba boses ko, tuwa sila. And I saw that, sabi ko, there's something in voice acting na hindi usual sa ibang tao. Sabi ko, wow, there's something in this na I can use while I'm like studying. Kasi I'm making a difference, no? So parang sabi ko, wow, kakaiba. Kasi ako lang ang pwedeng humawak ng mikropono nung bata ako.
So, nagkaroon ka ng confidence kasi sa kabataan, kulang na kulang yan. Pag isang matalino,
Maraming
alam
ganyan.
yung utak, pero...
Sabi ko nga, the problem with our, yung ating educational system, we are not taught how to read properly. We just taught how to read. Okay ba yun? Read, silently. Di ba sabi ng teacher, class, read silently. Ano yung hindi na-develop doon? Yung vocal skills natin, yung speaking skills. Kasi we need to use it para mas ma-develop yung vocal skills natin, yung lalo-lalo na yung speech. Kasi ang galing ka nga magbasa, bulol ka naman. Kasi yung iba nga may list. Parang yummy, sarap. Astig.
So, yun ba ang kinuha mong discipline sa college?
Okay,
nung elementary, high school, gaya ka ng gaya. You're enjoying being different.
My dad wants me to become a lawyer, actually, an engineer. And na-realize ko, medyo bobo ako sa math, sir. Nahihilo ko pag nakakita ako ng number. And number 1 ako sa listahan, sir, ng noisy. So, mga 100 points ako lagi. Sabi ko, well, talagang pinapatayo ako sa harap. Sabi ko, well, I think this is an advantage. So, I took it as an advantage rather than disadvantage. Kasi nga, madaldal ako. So, I use it simula't simula. So, in college, I took up speech communication and theater arts. So, sa UP Diliman, at age of 16, instead, sabi ko nga, why should I wait until I graduate if I can do what I love now? So, I don't just follow my dreams. I don't chase my dream. I lead it. Inunahan ko na yung dream ko bago pa siya dumating. So, it's possible. So, by then, I bested more than 10,000 other participants sa isang voice acting competition nga sa kabilang stasyon. And that's where my career started. So at very young age, I became a reporter, I became a broadcaster. And by the time I graduate, nag-retire na ako.
Napupunta ako dun sa, sabihin ko na, with all, hindi naman ma-mind siguro yung GNN, sa DZRH. Tapos nakapunta ako dun sa, kung saan sila na...
radio drama.
Yung radio drama.
Booth.
So yung, kilala mo yun, kilala kayo. Matanda siya. Lumalabas siya dati sa TV. Ngayon, active pa rin siya.
Si ano yan?
Babae.
Luz Fernandez.
Luz Fernandez.
Tsaka si Eloisa Cruz Canlas. Si Lola Cela.
Inabot mo pa yun?
Mentor ko yan. I had a chance to... Ako yung pinakabata nga eh. Imagine niyo kalinyahan ko yan. Kaya ko silang sabayan.
Ang gagaling nila dun sa pag-after
Lalo na yung mga...
Ay, anong ginagawa mo dyan, bata ka?
Sandali lang po, Lolo.
Gagayahin mo sila.
Anong difference mo kay Willie?
Okay. That's a good question.
Hindi Willie Rebillame.
Willie Nepomuceno. Basically, one of my idols si Willie Nep. Sobrang idol ko yan. I can do almost all his voices, but I can't do yung face. He is not a voice...
Sayang yung ganda ng lalaki mo para pinturahan mo eh. No, ha?
Ang tawag sa kanya, voice performer. He's not considered a voice actor. Bakit? A voice actor is a voice performance by an unseen voice performer, and it is recorded. So siya, parang teatro. Nakikita po kasi siya eh. Dapat kung gagawin ko yung, for example lang, sila Erap. Siya, kailangan niyang magmukhang Erap.
Din.
So, mula, pare, masasabi ko lang, pare, huwag yung subukan. Bakit yung subukan? So, kaya kailangan ano siya. Ay ako, hindi ko kailangan yun. I just make people close their eyes and they will imagine I am Erap. For example, si FBR, di ba yung mga nuances niyo? Wala pa sa Paul, mabuhay ang sambayan ng Pilipino para sa Philippines 2000. Thank you. Kaya si GMA, ay, ang saya-saya, no?
Voice actor, hindi nakikita.
Yeah, voice.
But
voice
does
acting.
not compromise the entertainment. Hindi na babawasan yung entertainment value.
No.
Hindi na...
And I think, ang kagandahan nga sa amin, especially mga voice artists, hindi kami malalaos, sir. Kahit anong mangyari, bakit ka mo? Tanong niyo bakit?
Hindi ka na kasi nakikita.
Hindi kami malalaos. Bakit kanyo?
Hindi ka nakikita.
Hindi kami kasi sumisikat. Di ba yung mga sumisikat, yung mga, malalaos yung mga sikat. So our voice will remain forever. Marami na akong ginawa. For example,
Hindi ka lalaos, ha? Hindi ka lalaos.
can you imagine this commercial, yung puppet? Ako yung puppet doon, sir. Yung,
Tabi, bibo, bagong bibo,
anong sikreto ng bagong bibo?
tikman mo.
Paano? Puppet ako eh. Imagine mo sa akin ang gagaling yung that voice. And you know what, sir? Ang kagandahan, I created my company, Creative Voices Productions, in 2005 because I believe that Philippines has a very good opportunity, tsaka maganda yung yung possibility na maging center of voice over excellence in Asia, since call center nga ay number 1 sa Philippines. And in 2000
Marunong mag-English.
Yeah.
At least good grammar
Yes, sir.
na English. Paano yung mga punto?
that's called accent.
Accent.
Madaling matutuhan yan, sir. Anyway, I went to Hong Kong and Japan to present the voices of our fellow Filipino. And so far, we have produced a lot of computer games and animation.
Ganon?
Yes, sir. Yung one of my biggest client is Sega.
Sega.
Yung mga round 1, fight! Yung mga ganun, mga Pilipino po yan. And may upcoming kami yung gumawa ng mga Ghost, Operation Ghost, Golden Gun, Harley Davidson, and yung upcoming yung Transformer.
Alam mo yung my researcher and try to do a background check, may competitor ka ba dyan? Kasi parang ikaw lang yung merong organized structure.
I can say I don't
creative.
have, sir. Kasi
Wala.
first of all, I'm not just a recording studio. And all of them are recording studios. Kumbaga, puro lang sila stage. But there's no school.
Oo nga, yun.
So, kumbaga, sila yung mga malalaking kumpanya, PLDT, o kung ano man company yan. I am UP. I'm also LaSalle, and I'm also the Ateneo. So, saan sila kukuha ngayon ng artist? And that's the reason why I revolutionized the voice acting industry in the Philippines, because first of all, I want to promote voice acting as an art form, not just a career or a way to earn or just a bread and butter. Because I believe if you love what you're doing, money will follow. Money will come in. So, at very young age, I realized that this is my craft, this is my core competency. And that's why when internet came, I created the very first voice acting website in the Philippines, which is creativevoices.com. If you will try to Google voice talent, I am number 1 sa Philippines. And in the world, I am number 4.
Providing voice talents.
Number 4.
Because sa'yo nag-aaral.
Yes, sir. Aside from that, pag sinulat mo kasi voice talent, there's 195 million hits. I'm number 4, imagine it, sa Google. And in the Philippines, I'm the only one.
Right.
So parang na-realize ko, there's a very big opportunity for me to help, not just to earn.
Right.
And right now, one of my...
Bakit naman kailangan pumasok sa isang voice school ang isang individual?
Ganito lang yan, sir. How can you be a doctor if you don't study? I want to professionalize the craft. So you can ask the veterans, they cannot explain it. So I can explain
There's science
point
to
by
this,
point.
Cholo.
It is a science.
Hindi
And
to
it's
yung, lakihan mo lang, sir, yung, kasi
kunin mo dito. Sabi,
there is a science
it is a
behind
science
it.
and an art, both. For example, you have a natural, very good baritone voice. But
Pero
if I ask you to create a child's voice, kaya mong gawin, sir?
Hindi.
You can.
Ha?
I'll teach you how. Yan yung tinuturo ko. And may pitch kasi tayo, that's what you call yung standard pitch natin. And low pitch and high pitch, di ba? Kasi there's a high pitch and falsetto. Yung from lowest, yung oh. Yung mga singers, ganun din yung principle. But in voice acting,
For example, I'll change my voice now. So I will sound like FBR.
di ba? O kaya, ako, sino ni Aquino? Tama po. So, may mga intonations kasi siya na you can imitate. But then again, it is being learned how to use it. For example, if I will do Adolphe, di ba yung Shasha, si Dolphy. So, meron akong ginagaya sa kanya and yung I make my voice lower, pitch
So,
character.
hindi lang to
tempo.
natsambahan yung boses. There is,
There is.
just like any science na
Yes, sir.
inaaral, pinapractice.
Kanta rin siya rin. Parang you can say na sinani mo siya sa singing. But there's acting on it. Di ba? Kahit naman sa pagkanta, there's acting eh.
Doon pa rin tayo sa voice acting industry. Sino bang gumagamit ng mga voice talent? Commercial, sabi mo kasi kanina.
Anything na multimedia, sir, from AVP, messages on hold, voicemail systems, websites, computer games, animation.
Parang ang dami, no? Parang I never
So lahat,
realized.
lahat.
Tapos-
Kahit GNN, kung walang boses to, ewan ko lang kung may manood dito. Di ba? This is GNN. Dati ako yung gumagawa ng plug nila dito, yung mga voiceover.
So, tsaka in all aspects, hindi lang media, AVPs for companies
Yeah, that's
that
true.
would want to promote.
Aside from that, sir, while the technology grows, the need for voiceover also grows. Ibig sabihin,
What do you mean?
for example, yung gaming mo, no? Laro ka ng game na walang tunog. Yung Angry Birds, walang yung walang ganong sound.
Wala,
So,
it's gonna be boring.
boring. Parang naglalaro ka lang, walang dating.
Right. You started it very young, at age 16. Yes, probably para kang feeling mo noon naglalaro lang.
Yes, sir.
Pero habang tumatanda tayo and your world is expanding, your horizons are widening, before the show, kinukwento mo yung nanggaling ka na ng Amerika,
Yes,
umiikot
sir.
sa iba't ibang, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, hindi lang sa iba't ibang probinsya, pati sa iba't ibang mundo. The internet world has made you known.
Yes, sir.
Punta tayo sa topic na branding. Ano, sino, bakit merong Pocholo and the creative voices? Pagbigyan kita ng 30 seconds or 1 minute to think about the questions while we pause for a short break.
To create their brand. Okay lang yun eh. There's no problem in it. Pero nagre-rebrand sila. Parang hindi pumatok, may nauna, nagre-rebrand. Pero I suggest dapat, number one rule is to focus on your core competency.
Ano ba yung sabihin ng branding, Cholo? At doon sa ordinaryong sadyante about to finish college, get to the workforce, o yung anak ko na nagtatrabaho na, sinasabi niya, Papa, parang I'm lost dito sa trabaho.
Yan. Maraming loss eh. Yan ang lagi ko pag nag-speak ako. Kung hindi nyo natatanong, sir, I've been to more than 50 provinces around the country. And I'm one of the most sought after motivational speaker pagdating sa kabataan. Kasi one of my...
Punong-puno lagi yung ano
Ay, sir,
nyo.
weekly I have 4 talks. Actually, ngayon nga meron ako mamaya eh. Pero ang nangyayari, sir, sa dami ng mga nangyayari sa mundo, no? And there's a lot of mga disturbances, yung mga interest, nawawala ng focus yung bata.
Focus, yeah.
And number one rule to create a brand is to focus in your core competence. You only need 3 things na in personal branding. Number 1, you should know yourself.
Okay.
Diba? You should know your core competency, your skills, your talent. Number 1, you should know how to do yung skills mo. Kasi maraming tao talented, pero hindi nila alam kung paano gamitin. Parang, alam ko magaling ako, pero walang venue.
Right.
And number 3 is, what makes you different from other people who got the same skills and talent. So, sabi ko nga, one of my pochology, yan parang principle ko yan, sir. Lahat ng mga pochology, parang psychology.
Right.
Pero that's already a branding.
Right,
So, sino bang gagamit ng pochology? Pocholo Gonzales yun.
Right.
So, one of my pochology is, sabi ko, availability is the best ability.
Availability.
Yes, sir.
Anong ibig mong sabihin nun? Anong ibig sabihin nun?
Kahit anong
Sa dami kong nababasa, yung mga pinopost mo sa Facebook talaga. Kaya ako
Kakaiba,
sinasabing tinututukan ko to si
Kasi,
Pocholo.
number one, kahit anong talino mo, sir, kahit anong talented mo, kung wala ka sa right venue at the right place at the right time, useless yan. Parang hidden talent na lang,
But
i-hide
you
mo na
cannot
lang.
be in any place or everywhere at every time.
Well, that's true, sir. Pero you can be well known in every corner of this country if you have this skill na ikaw lang. One of my principles, sir, and my advocacy
Availability.
is to teach the young people, especially the youth, how to create their own profession. Profession is being created. It is not being, kumbaga, hindi na yan sa school na kukuha. Kasi, napapasay lahat ng mga inaaral natin sa school. Pero yung learning mo as a person, you can create your own profession. For example, I'm a speech communication major, no? Which is, sabi ko, I don't say it's passe, but maraming tinuro doon sa amin na hindi na applicable kasi during that time na tinuturo yun, ang PowerPoint presentation namin, yung transparency. So, paano mo iisa-isa yun? So, there's always change in the rule, no? So, pag hindi ka nag-adapt, baka magulat ka, bigla ka mag-transparency dun sa presentation mo. And aside from that, the young people, kung mapapansin nyo, from Mark Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, or sila, mga bata na mga sumikat ngayon, mga bata sila. Sila ba yung nag-aral ng kung ano yung ginagawa? Hindi, sila yung nag-create nun. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm creating the future of voiceover in the Philippines.
Paano pag yung ordinaryong, I'll take my son, 22-year-old, working for close to 2 years now. Sabi nga, I'm getting bored. Hindi ko na alam, parang I'm lost. Yes, sabi ko, baka pwede ka na mag-MBA. Nag-MBA siya. Pero nakikita ko, walang drive. Hindi dahil tamad mag-aral, pumapasok.
Yun, siguro, one of...
Kailangan ba ng branding doon?
Palagay ko, sir, may pasay na rin yung educational system natin. So, hindi ka yung
The way
mag-aral
they deliver,
ka
no?
dahil kailangan magkatrabaho. Hindi, mag-aral ka dahil gusto mo mag-create ng bagong mundo. Mag-aral ka kasi matututo ka sa school kung paano mo i-brand yung sarili mo, i-brand yung future mo, and how to create your future. No? Hindi lang to wait for it. Kasi, right now, napaka-uncertain ang mundo. The only certain thing is how you look at your life. It's how you perceive your life. Kasi parang in personal branding, it's how you market yourself to other people. And the way you look at yourself, the way you perceive yourself is how other people perceive you as a person. Kung ano yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, yun din ang tingin nila. Hindi pwedeng mag-iba ang tingin mo sa sarili mo at iba ang tingin nila sa'yo. Either magaling ka o hindi, feeling mo lang yan eh. Kasi yung feeling mo, it's how you present yourself. For example, sir, hindi tayo magkakilala ngayon. While I'm speaking here, I'm creating something inside of your mind. I'm creating a perspective, yung perception mo, na ako ito. This is what I am. Diba? Oh, magaling sa voice acting. Siya lang may voice acting school sa Pilipinas. Taga-UP siya. Ang dami na. So, sabi nga ng kaibigan natin si Sir Francis Kong, napanood ko siya. Sabi, there's only 2 skill na kailangan mo raw sa mundong to. Number 1 is you know how to communicate. And number 2 is you should know how to do what you communicated with. Kasi maraming tao puro sa salita, puro dada. Paano mga politiko natin? Hindi naman nila ginagawa.
Right.
So, syempre, kapag nagawa mo yung sinabi mo, magtitiwala yung taong naging kliyente mo at i-refer ka nila sa ibang tao. Nagiging word of mouth na. So, mas madali yun. And sa tulong ng technology, it can help you create your own brand. Unlike before, wala pang internet, the only way people will look at certain skills and talent, yung mga kailangan magsolusyon sa problema nila is the newspaper, radio, and TV. In 5 to 10 years, sir, sad to say, no, ang TV magiging lang yan, backup na lang ng internet.
Correct.
Pero hindi yan mawawala. Andyan pa rin yan. Part ng creation ng content yan.
Correct.
Pero, ang magiging future, sir, is kung sino yung magaling, kaya mag-create ka ng sarili mong TV show sa internet. Kung magaling ka, sisikat ka.
nangyayari na ngayon.
Ang sumisikat. Pansinin niyo, sir, manood ka na ibang channel, di mo kilala kung ano, sino siya eh. Magulat ka, mas sikat pa yung napakalat
viral,
sa
yung
viral.
viral. Right,
Kilala ko to, ito yung napanood ko sa viral.
Yung comedian na kalbo, yung from Canada. Yung,
Si Mike. Si
Yeah,
Mike,
something.
Bustos.
Bustos.
Yung kaibigan din natin yan, sir.
Right,
Yan, sumikat siya sa internet. Ngayon, sikat na siya. Ngayon, kailangan ang dating, mas manauna kang sumikat sa internet kaysa sa TV. Meron nga ako na kilala, sir, artista pala. Tinanong ko, artista ka ba? Napahiya naman ako. Parang, salita ako ng salita, kinakausap. Akala ko estudyante lang.
Right,
Singer
right,
ka pala.
Right.
Tapos sigawan yung mga bata. Artista pala yun.
Right,
Kasi hindi na ako nanonood ng TV. I only watch what I want. Kasi dati, tinatawag na broadcasting. Ngayon, personal casting na. You only choose
Kung
yung
ano yung
interest
papanoorin
mo.
Correct.
Unlike before, wala tayong choice. So may commercial dyan, wala ka rin choice. Panoorin mo yan. And right now, we are using media 36 hours a day.
Ganun ba?
Yes, sir. Di ba there's only 24 hours? Sa isang family na may 5 pamilya, membro, they're using 36 hours. Bakit? While you're watching TV, they're using internet, PSP, iPad, iPhone. Accumulative yan, sir.
Right. Baka pag natutulog, may dina-download.
Ay, sir, bago matulog, naka-Facebook yan. Pagising, open, Facebook. So, kung mapapansin natin, talagang everything changed now. So you have to understand, sabi ko nga sa mga teachers, you know what, kasi sir, hindi nyo rin nagtatanong, I'm teaching teachers voice care for teachers. Naglilibot
Voice
ko ako
care.
sa buong Pilipinas just to teach teachers how to take good care of their voices. There's a teacher na kinausap ko, sir, I've been teaching for 40 years and no one taught us how to take good care of our voices. Ha? Talaga? And it's not part of DepEd or CHED curriculum.
Right.
Your voice is your number one tool.
Puhunan nila no?
Di ba?
Puhunan nila.
If you lose your voice, you will lose your career.
Right.
So, yun. And one of my advocacy is to teach all the teachers around the country how to take good care of their voices. And aside from that, I have this program called Voice Acting for Effective Teaching. What I do, sir, halimbawa, nagtuturo ako, I will create a story. Alam niyo ba, class? Sabi ni Rizal,
Ate, talang araw, itatayo ang ribulto ko sa bawat sulok ng Pilipinas.
tapos sabi ng ate niya, ay nako Pepe, naluloko ka na ba? Paano itatayo ang ribulto mo 10 taong gulang ka pa lang. Kaysa sabihin mo, alam niyo mga bata, sabi ni Rizal, ate, tatayo ang ribulto ko sa bawat sulok ng Pilipinas. Tapos sabi ng ate niya, talaga Pepe, nasisiraan ka na ba ng ulo? So walang characterization. And
Right.
kids want something new and they want animation.
Right.
They love animation. So pag animated ka, they will listen.
Right.
Kasi number
And
one...
voice helps a lot.
Yes.
Voice helps a lot to get it animated.
Sir, what is your favorite animal?
Dog.
Dog.
Wala akong
Mine is cat, no? Can you do the sound of your favorite animal?
Rarf.
Aba, American. Kasi pag Pilipino, aw, aw, aw. So, sir, interviewin mo ako, using the sound of that the dog, and I'll answer in a cat sound.
Paano mo malalaman kung ano yung...
Ayun nga, basta you do it.
Rarf.
So, walang manunod sa atin, sir. What I mean is, that's how important our voice is. That's how important speech is. Because speech is the most miraculous thing in this world. Without speech, the world will perish. Imagine niyo kung, pansin niyo, kaya nag-aaway ang mga hayop, kasi hindi sila nagkakaintindihan. Yan ang totoo doon.
So, sa topic natin, sa personal branding, hindi lang sa look pala ang kung anong itsura.
No, sir.
Kasi
Secondary yan,
sa
sir.
dami ng speaking circuit na nakasama kita, laging ganyan yung
Get up ko.
dating mo lang kami mga matatanda ang nakaganito. Ha? Kaya
Sabi nga,
angat-angat
very
ka.
formal daw yung Sabi ko, simple lang yan. It's now how you look. It's how you say it. It's how you convey your message.
May kilala ko speaker. Alam nyo, nung bata pa ako, ito yung ginawa ko.
Yun makikita mo yan sa mga tao kung nakikinig sila o hindi. Iisa ang tingin nila. Walang lumiliko, walang nag-uusap, walang gumagamit ng iPhone, iPad.
Right.
If you're a very good speaker.
Right.
Kung,
Paano mo umpisahan ng individual yung kinare? Ang personal branding ba pang public person lang? Paano pag
basically,
opisina, bahay,
it's for
kaibigan?
everyone, sir. Kahit katulong mo, may personal branding yan.
Personal
Kasi
branding.
katulong siya. Pag may naisip kang kailangan maglinis, yung katulong ko. May branding na yan.
May brand.
Di ba nung bata ka, sir, may tukso sa'yo? Tapos nung bata ka, may
Nakakaya yung tukso sa akin, hindi ko pwede sabihin on air.
may kaklase ka na pag sinabing magaling kumanta, tinuturo nyo na kagad.
Right.
Branding na yun, sir. Hindi lang siya...
Yung branding ba pinili nung tao o binansag sa kanya?
Pinili niya yon.
Pinili niya yun?
Pinili niya na...
Paano nga pag tinukso lang sa kanya?
Basically, you let other people na gawan ka ng branding. Di ba? Parang hinayaan
Kasi
mo lang
tanong yan
sila.
nung cellphone number 0935, how do you develop personal branding? Una, pinili mo pala yun. Pinili mo, ha?
So, basically, sir, kailangan may clarity ka. Yung mga what three things do you want to be known, no? Ano ba yung gusto mong makilala ka? For example, ako gusto ko makilalang voice artist. Number 1 yan. Number 2, youth advocate. Number 3, broadcaster.
Dapat
that's
ang
why
tao ma-identify ngayon.
Yes, sir. And also a motivational speaker pala. So, alam ko na yon. Nakafocus na ako doon. And I am using those skill na, di ba, habang nagsasalita ako sa mga estudyante o sa mga tao, ginagamit ko yung voice acting skill.
Paano yung kinari cameraman natin? Ano ang kailangan tanungin niya? Tanungin ni Jigger, ano ang tatlong bagay?
For sure, hindi lang naman yan ang kaya nilang gawin. Marami silang talento at skills na nasa loob nila. Hindi lang nila ginagawa. So you have to show it. You should have to...
Why should they?
Anong gagawin mo?
Para umangat.
Tahimik mo na lang, parang itago mo lang yung skill mo. Kasi yan, sabi ko nga, sir, maraming tao, hindi natago lang yung skills nila sa sarili nila. Which is very bad.
Right.
Kasi nowadays, ang competition is everywhere. So, either you become normal or extra normal. Ano ba yung mga normal na tao? Sila yung mga taong gigising na maaga, nagmamadaling umalis kasi magkaagawan yan sa jeep, sa bus, sa tren, at pag uwi, mag-uunahan din sila uli. Matutulog at routine na lang uli. What makes me as different or extraordinary or beyond normal, not abnormal, beyond normal is we choose our time. We have, parang ako, kung ako ay empleyado, hindi ako pwede ng ganitong oras dito na magsasalita. And we choose what we want to do. And we choose our client. I always believe,
Ang hirap mo nga palabasin dito sa TV program.
Sa sarili
sa
kong-
best friend natin, hindi ka lumalabas.
sa sarili ng programa na pinuproduce ko for, kay Lloyd Luna, yung creative business. Kaya
Every
naging
Friday.
creative business yan. Ako yung creative, siya yung business. Dapat magkasama kami dyan. Sabi ko, ikaw na lang, Lloyd, total yung branding mo. Kasi kung ako, mukha akong broadcaster, ikaw hindi. That makes you different. Kaya nga pag nagtotok yan, speaker ba yun? Kaya sabi ko, gamitin mo yan na advantage mo
Correct.
kumpara sa iba.
Correct.
Parang you represent an ordinary person. So, yun. Napakaraming pwede mangyari, sir. Tsaka, there's no such thing as security anymore. Not even you are the richest, you are not secured.
Exactly. I
So,
agree.
it's how you look at life. It's how you perceive things.
At sagutin ko lang yung mga text messages. Yung kanina, meron bang masama at magandang branding?
Marami.
Paano mo masasabing cite one good
Mabuti, pag sinabi mo nga, sino ba makakatulong sa atin? Lahat naman ng bagay, lahat ng produkto, tao, kahit yung mga politiko, may branding yan. It's how we perceive them. Diba? For example, pag sinabi mong Manny Villar, ano yung first thing that comes to your mind? Diba? Either Camellia Homes, Fines, Vistaland, or C5. Extension. So, yung bad, yung C5. Good, yung C5. I mean, yung Camellia Homes.
From Honey of Pasay, connected po ba ang body language sa personal branding? Kanina nakikita ko when you make a voice, nagmumuestra ka rin.
It
Does
depends.
it help?
Like you, sir, I look at you as a very formal guy kasi naka-Amerikana. Ako hindi. Connected yan eh. Hindi ako yun eh. Para akong nakakulong kapag nagkurbata ako. Alam mo yung ganong feeling. Ganon. So, kasi medyo easy-go-lucky guy ako. Gusto kong i-project na cool lang ako. Ganon. Hindi ako yung napaka-seryoso. Alam mo, Mr. Benko, pag ganyan ka magsalita.
Ano yun? Good branding ba yun? Bad branding?
Wala naman problema doon. Pero boring nga lang.
Thank you Kaya kaibigan kita Doon sasabi mo sa akin yan.
Hindi. Ibig sabihin, kung masyado kang stiff, walang kabataang manunood sa'yo.
Right.
Kasi ang number one, you should know your market. You should know sino yung kausap mo. Siyempre, pag ayaw ng kabataan yung tutulugan ka talaga. Trust me.
O kaya yung parang tinatakot mo sila, no?
Makinig kayo!
From Bendido Marcelo, gusto ko po sana i-enroll ang anak ko. Maganda po boses niya. Saan ako pupunta?
Oh, okay. If you will write, i-google nyo lang kami.
Google, yeah.
Voice Acting Workshop Philippines or Creative Voices. Or write my name, Pocholo Gonzales. It's easy. Wala na
Lahat
po
ng
kaming
contact
kalaban.
details, madaling yung makita. From Raul De Vera, meron po ba kayo free seminar about voice acting?
I have a lot of free workshops sa mga schools nga lang. Specific ako sa mass communication students. Kasi, alam nyo, isa sa mga pagkukulang ng mass com, walang voice acting subject.
Correct,
Di ba?
correct.
Kaya yung mga broadcaster natin, karamihan, kanya-kanyang style. Yung, magandang araw po mga kapuso. Yeah. Hoy, ano ito? Ang lola mo. Pero kung manood ka ng mga Discovery Channel, National Geographic, CNN, they have a very nice voice. Kasi tinitrain talaga yan.
Right.
Yung iba natural, like yung mga ibang kaibigan nating broadcaster. Pero parang it's a kind of branding na rin eh.
Right.
Para mapansin sila.
Correct.
Di ba?
Johnny of New Manila, meron po ba kayo DVD o libro man lang para sa mga low-budget students like me?
Anong low budget?
Siguro baka hindi nakapagbayad ng voice acting school.
Kung may talent ka, pwede kitang gawing scholar. And so far, I have produced more than 1,000 voice artists and 300 are active. Yung mga napapakinggan niyo sa TV, radyo, mga estudyante ko. At for the first time in history, ngayon lang nangyari nagkaroon ng mga bago. Kasi ang problema natin, alam mo yung industry kasi, ano yan eh, parang mga kingdom yan, kanya-kanyang kaharian. So some people don't like newbies. They don't want to teach. And one of my principles is to create a better future for my industry and for this country. That's why I'm traveling around the country and the world.
And sasamahan mo pa ako sa February. Ayun,
Sa
sinusubo kita sa on-air.
excited
sa February,
na ako, sir.
para sa mga OF natin. Pocholo Gonzales, your last message. Pocholo Gonzales as an entrepreneur, as a voice talent and voice advocate sa industry, and as a motivational speaker.
Okay,
Your last message or kapiso.
I always say this to a lot of people, no, especially sa youth, that a youth is like a gift that one day it will be taken away from you. Anong gagawin mo sa edad mo ngayon para mag-reflect yan sa kinabukasan o sa future mo? Nasa sa'yo yan. And with the help of personal branding, you can create something that no one have ever thought about. Na ikaw lang yon. Maraming mambabati ko sa'yo, maraming maiinggit, maraming magagalit. Kasi na, alam mo yon, hindi nila nagagawa yung nagagawa mo. But then again, you always believe, the only thing that you can do is to believe in yourself. Then you can do everything. Walang pwedeng pumigil sa'yo maliban sa sarili mo. So if you think that you are great, then do great things. And document yourself, no matter what. And one day, I will not look like this anymore. At least one day, kapag nakita ko yung picture na to, sasabihin ko sa apo ko, "Hey, alam mo apo, nung bata ako ganyan yung itsura ko kasing gwapo mo."
Ay, talaga, lolo.
Di ba? And siguro, masasabi ko lang yung what if, no? What if yan ang wag na wag nating sabihin pagdating ng araw. Yung mag-regret tayo na hindi natin ginawa yung gusto nating gawin. Yung passion natin, hindi natin nagawa yung core competency and skills natin dahil kinain na tayo ng sistema. Kinain na tayo ng kung ano lang yung nalalaman natin, yung norms natin sa buhay bilang isang tao. And for the last number, siguro, katulad ng ginawa ko sa buhay ko, I only dedicate myself to the Lord, no? I just gave myself. And sabi ko, Lord, just lead me the way and I'll follow. And everything comes to its proper places.
Okay. Thank you, Pocholo Gonzales.
Yeah, thank you very
I-google nyo lang po. Pocholo Gonzales, voice, ano yung pangalan ng complete pangalan?
PocholoGonzales.com
PocholoGonzales.com.
Hanapin nyo lang ako sa Facebook.
Yan, sa Facebook. Thank you. Peaceabilities will still be back.